Wildfire activity is surging tonight across North Georgia as dry, windy conditions make it especially dangerous, adding fuel to these fires that could put your home in danger and your life at risk. This is especially true in areas hit hard by Hurricane Helene. Today marks 6 months since the storm made landfall before barreling through our area. We saw flooding from the heavy rain and, of course, a lot of trees and power lines toppled with the high winds. 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn has been in North Georgia following a couple of fires that broke out this afternoon in Hart County. He spoke with the Georgia Forestry Commission about the surge we're now seeing in wildfires.
I'm in Bowersville, about 95 miles from Atlanta, where you can still smell the smoke in the air. Hart County not dealing with one but two fires this afternoon, both fortunately contained tonight. The State Forestry Commission says the state has seen a 20% increase in wildfires this year already compared to the last 5 years.
Been a lot of them here lately, especially with the wind.
Wednesday afternoon, smoke was seen billowing from across Hart County due to a fast-moving field fire.
When we started headed this way, you could see the smoke all the way from Hartwell, which is 5 or 10 miles down the road.
The fire quickly spreading to nearby woods, destroying an outbuilding. Hart County Sheriff Chris Carroll says about every fire department in the county showed up, even requesting the Georgia Forestry Commission.
Especially with the wind.
Thomas Barrett, Forest Protection Chief with Georgia Forestry Commission.
We are seeing some pretty significant fire activity in North Georgia.
Besides this fire on Langford Road in Bowersville, check it out, Hart County Fire worked a second fire around the same time.
We did have another brush fire and vehicle fire on the other side of town a little bit earlier.
And about 50 miles to the northeast, the U.S. Forest Service battling the Big Ridge Fire, which is close to 500 acres in Clayton, Georgia. Chief Barrett says any area that was hit by Helene makes it tougher on the crews.
In the hurricane area, it certainly makes containing those fires a lot more difficult.
Even 6 months after the storm hit,
you've got a lot more sunlight that's hit the ground, so you've got a lot more fine fuels, or our kind of flashy fuels, we call them,
fueling the fire. And as for all the trees blown over,
that stuff is not quite burning yet, but it certainly makes containment difficult. So just trying to get into an area and get around it with our equipment is a lot harder than it was, say, 7 months ago.
Of course, most of North Georgia was under a red flag warning until just a few hours ago. If you don't have to burn anything, you should not be burning, because again, a lot of these fires are started by humans. And as of tonight, since January 1st, the Forestry Commission says they have responded to close to 1,600 wildfires that have burned nearly 14,000 acres across the state. In Bowersville, Cody Alcorn, 11 Alive News.